101 Rock SA, where tomorrow's music is today's hits.
On the album front, I'm busy working on another album at the moment, so I'm hoping to have that ready by the middle of the year kind of thing. And
if you say working on it, are you still writing?
No, that's mostly finished. Actually going into studio in the next 2 weeks or so. So we'll be putting it down.
During this tour, like as soon as it's done?
Midway through. So week after next, I'll be starting on it. While we winding up the tour, I'll be starting on the album. And then the two of us are looking at hopefully sometime this year also, all the shows we've been doing, people come up to us afterwards and say, where's the joint CD? So hopefully another release with the two of us
together. We
together.
want to do recording of what it is that we're going to do tonight and what we've been doing at this whole side-by-side tour.
I think it'd be too hard if we've been doing this.
We'll be ready for the album by the time we finish the tour.
The last stop could be the studio, actually.
You can just exactly. And then you start all over again.
And then hopefully towards the end of this year we'll do another side-by-side tour, just with the album with us. Promote the album.
And I think your last CD was in 2011.
Yeah, right? That's right. 1984 came out in 2011, was my third album, and right now I'm just writing material.
Do you write as you go, or do you have
I don't.
Time?
I do.
I'm going to sit down and write now.
Yeah, sometimes when you're touring and you're busy just focusing on booking shows and doing shows, you don't have much time to actually sit down and write because your focus is somewhere else. So then every year or 2 years, then I really make time to write new material because it does take time. And if I don't sit down and actually put pen to paper, then it doesn't happen. So it's important for me personally to actually to make time to do it.
Occasionally you write little notes everywhere.
Sometimes it's like that. You have moments of inspiration where you just kind of go, oh, that's a great idea. But often it's just kind of hard work, inspiration I think is kind of 90% hard work where you just kind of sit down and the more you do it, the more you get into it and the more you write, as Josie said.
Beautiful voices. I think they've got voices. I've just said to my husband, voices like Mochiba and Sinead O'Connor and
nothing compares to you. I mean, really, nothing compares to you.
And when you then finally get to studio, some people they go into studio and they're still writing while they're there, or they go with the idea of these are the songs I'm going to do and I'm going to record it. And other people, do you already know when you go to studio that okay, these are the songs, or does it change as you're there, as you're going?
It depends what your recording process is. For example, in my case, I'm getting session musicians in for this particular album because I'm going for a very particular sound. So you don't have the luxury of just saying, because then it's more time in the studio, so it's a budget thing. But anyway, I like to go in knowing more or less what I'm doing. I leave the spontaneity to home.
But sometimes the things do shape.
They do shift.
Studio and they do shift.
They do shift.
It just depends on. It depends on the process. But usually you've got a pretty clear idea of what you're doing before you go into the studio, and then things can change slightly. But it's usually based on what's been done before, like what you actually are ready with.
You won't show up with these songs and do like completely different things. It's like this is what you kind of. Or does that happen?
I would imagine that.
I think it does happen, but not to me. I'm too freaked out to
She's too organized.
Not really, but I like to be prepared. I don't really like surprises, so.